Is Resident Evil Zero underrated? Released on the Nintendo GameCube in 2002, Resident Evil Zero is one of the most overlooked entries in the franchise. But going back today, the game did do a lot of things right. It's one of the best looking, pre-rendered Resident Evil titles ever made. The train section, the eerie labs, the mansion interiors, visually, it is peak classic Resident Evil atmosphere. Where Zero gets divisive is the gameplay system, especially with two big features that Capcom included: the partner zapping system and the removal of item boxes. And this is where fans get split. The ability to switch between Rebecca and Billy at the time sounded great on paper. Two characters with different strengths, different roles, and the ability to solve puzzles cooperatively. But in practice, it added a lot of micromanagement. Players constantly had to decide who held what items, what stayed behind, who pushed ahead, and how to manage two separate inventories while navigating enemy encounters. Then there's the no item box, essentially the most controversial part of the game. Instead of storing gear in a central location, you had to drop items on the ground wherever you were. For some fans, it made Zero feel more realistic and more strategic, but a lot of players hated it. If you left something behind early, like key ammo or a puzzle item, you would have to backtrack halfway across the map just to retrieve it. And on top of that, certain rooms would pile up items in a cluttered mess if you weren't meticulous. For some fans, this added more tension, but for others, it made the game feel slow, tedious, and frustrating, especially during late game sections where item juggling becomes a big part of the difficulty. Still, even with those polarizing mechanics, Zero does have a ton of strengths. Great atmosphere, great monster design, memorable bosses like the giant centipede and proto-tyrant, and some of the cleanest environment art of the entire classic era.